Hey everyone, I hope you're doing well. This Sunday we're going to have our first worship service at the church in about 2 months. Yay! uh, but it's going to look a lot different, of course, because the elders and deacons have taken necessary precautions both to try to ensure people's safety and also to comply with the government regulations. Uh, of course, although we've taken the recommended precautions, we can't guarantee a risk-free environment. And so if you don't feel comfortable coming, or if you're in one of those high-risk groups, you don't want to come, that's okay. We don't want anybody to feel pressured to come to church right away. For the time being, I will be putting my sermons online on YouTube. I'll still be sending those out. And I'll still have a Zoom meeting on Sunday. It'll be a little later at noon. So at noon on Sunday, maybe you can have brunch or a late early lunch and come on Zoom and join us for that to talk about the sermon and pray for each other. So uh, church is going to look a little different for a while. We're going to do some of it online. We're going to do some of it in real life. I hope you will eventually return to church, though, because that's God's first choice, for us to worship and fellowship face to face in real life. So I hope as things clear up, as hopefully will be soon, that you will come back to church. That's God's primary desire for us and how we're going to fellowship. Well, having said that, what is church going to look like this Sunday? I just want to go over it so you'll have an idea when you get here if you're coming. First of all, if you're feeling sick, please stay home. Don't risk it. Just stay home and watch a sermon online. We will have some thermometers, a touchless thermometer available, so people can get their temperatures read if you're willing to do that. And so those will be available. First of all, we're required to wear masks at all times, according to the government. And if you have one of your own, please bring it. If not, we'll have some extras available. Also, kids under 2 should not wear masks. Kids 2 to 5, it's at the option of the parents. It's up to the parents. And if you have a medical condition so that you can't wear a mask, you don't have to. Let's see, we also have to maintain social distancing, 6 feet apart at all times. And so we will have one-way aisles entering and exiting. We'll have one-way aisles. So try to resist your Massachusetts driving instincts to go the wrong way on a one-way street. And there are more guidelines, though. If no one is around, you can go the other way. It's okay. But it's just kind of keep the social distancing. We'll also have seats marked off where households or individuals can sit. And we'll have ushers who will lead you to a seat. Early on, you might be able to sit yourself if people are coming in. Wait in line, maintain that 6 feet, and an usher will put you in so that we can put as many people as possible in rows while maintaining that distance. You do have to sit with your household, whoever, if it's just you or your family and kids. Kids do have to stay with their parents at all times. We can't have kids running around. We know that's tough. Probably won't be totally possible, but that's the plan. We will have children's worship bulletins available and writing utensils so they can write and color during the service. And we'll try to gear the service towards the kids to some degree. If you do have trouble with them and they're acting up, you can take them back to the Bethany room if possible. There won't be any children's ministry. That's by the state. The state says we can't have child care of any sort at this stage. So there won't be children's church or Sunday school or Bible hour afterwards. And that won't be an issue. So as a result of this, with having the kids in the service, I'm going to break up the service a little more. I'll either do my sermon in parts or I'll do a more devotional. We'll sing a song and do a devotional or some sharing time or prayer. So we'll break things up a little more so the kids don't have to sit still all at once, and that'll be the idea. We'd encourage you not to use the restroom if possible while you're there. If you have to, of course, you do. We're asking one person in each restroom at a time, and in the fellowship hall, we'll have some chairs there so that you can sit and wait until the next person comes out of there and you can go in. Again, with the elevator, if you come in and you need the elevator, again, one household, one person at a time, and keep the social distancing. At the end of the service, the ushers will dismiss everybody by row, sort of like at a wedding. And so that way it'll be orderly. If someone wants to bring me a big piece of wedding cake to kind of set the mood, that'd be helpful. Not from your own wedding, but give me something fresh. And then outside after the service, out in the lawn, that's a good time to greet one another. Keep the masks on, keep the social distancing, but that's a good place out in the sunshine and the air to kind of catch up with one another, kind of have our greeting time, so to speak. We will have hand sanitizer available throughout the building. And of course, we're going to thoroughly clean the building. I see I'm slipping here. So hopefully just in my camera work, not my presentation. Again, we can't create a risk-free environment for people, but we'll do the best we can. I did want to mention one thing. I will be preaching without a mask, but I will have a plexiglass shield in front of me to kind of block airflow. So a lot of pastors have done that. If you'd like to help out as an usher sometime in the weeks ahead, let me know, and we can make that possible. Well, I think I covered everything. I think the last thing to cover is just, we really need to be patient with one another. As I shared before, that people have different views on masks, they have different views on social distancing and how serious this thing is, and it might be affected by what group you're in. Of course, if you're high risk, you might take it a lot more seriously than if you're not. So we need to be respectful of one another, wear the mask, keep social distancing, even if you don't think it's that important. It may be to the person next to you. So out of love, be compassionate in that way. And hopefully we'll see some of these things change in the near future. I'm praying for that. But it'll be great to see people face to face. And so if you can come, please do. And if you can't, please join us online. So that's it for now. And I'll send out some of these things probably in written form at some point. So sorry about the camera work. Well, it looks like I have hair now, so that's the plus. All right, take care. See you Sunday if you can make it.